One of the wisest Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, reminded us that how we begin our mornings often sets the tone for the entire day. In his meditations, he offered timeless advice for those difficult moments when getting out of bed feels like a burden. He wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble rising, tell yourself, 'I rise to do the work of a human being.' Why should I complain if I am doing the very thing I was born for, the purpose I was brought into this world to fulfill? Or was I created simply to stay wrapped up under blankets and chase after comfort?" This question is as powerful today as it was almost 2,000 years ago. It challenges us to ask, how can we create a morning routine that truly reflects gratitude for life and strengthens us for the day ahead? In this video, we will explore 5 practices rooted in Stoic wisdom that you can use each morning to start your day with clarity, peace, and purpose. These aren't just old teachings frozen in history. They are living practices that can reshape the way you think, act, and feel each day. If you find value in this journey, I'd be deeply grateful if you could support the channel by liking this video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another exploration of Stoic thought and its relevance to modern life. The first practice is to meditate on impermanence. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies an awareness that all things, no matter how grand or seemingly permanent, eventually pass away. Nothing lasts forever, neither joy nor sorrow, neither wealth nor hardship. Each morning, before the distractions of the day claim your attention, take a few quiet minutes to immerse yourself in this reality. Find a still place where you will not be disturbed. Sit comfortably, your posture steady yet relaxed, embodying the balance between vigilance and tranquility. Close your eyes and allow your imagination to stretch beyond your immediate concerns. Picture the immensity of the cosmos. Imagine stars being born in fiery bursts and collapsing into silence. Envision galaxies rotating endlessly, entire worlds emerging and vanishing in the rhythm of eternity. From such a perspective, you begin to see our planet not as the center of everything, but as a tiny speck within an infinite expanse. When viewed this way, the struggles and frustrations that consume us daily often shrink in importance. This practice is not designed to make you feel insignificant. Rather, it is a reminder of the beauty, fragility, and sacredness of your existence. By realizing how brief and precious your time truly is, you become more intentional with your choices. You focus on what truly matters, and you waste less of your energy on what doesn't. Instead of fearing death, you learn to embrace life more fully. Seneca once observed, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Each time you meditate on impermanence in the morning, you are reminded to live with purpose, gratitude, and courage, so that when night comes, you can say with honesty that you did not waste the day. The second practice is journaling, writing down your thoughts. For the Stoics, keeping a journal was not just a way to document events, but a practice of self-examination, clarity, and growth. Writing is a mirror for the mind. It allows us to confront ourselves honestly, without distraction. Whether you use a simple notebook, a beautifully bound journal, or a digital app, what matters is the act of writing itself. This is your space, free of judgment, where you can release what weighs on your mind. Begin each morning by pouring your thoughts onto the page. Write about the fragments of dreams that still linger, the emotions left over from the day before, or your hopes and worries for the day ahead. This is like sweeping away fallen leaves from a pathway. It clears the ground so you can walk with focus. After emptying your mind, turn your attention toward gratitude. The Stoics reminded us that happiness does not come from what we lack, but from appreciating what we already have. Write down 3 things, however small, that you are thankful for. It could be the warmth of your bed, the smile of someone dear to you, or simply the opportunity to begin anew. Then, go deeper into reflection. Consider a Stoic principle or a personal challenge you are facing. Ask yourself, am I living according to my values? Where did I act with reason yesterday, and where did I allow impulses to guide me? How can I respond differently today? These questions are not meant to condemn but to illuminate. Awareness is the first step toward growth. Finally, write a simple intention for the day. Ground it in Stoic virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, or temperance. This intention is not a rigid command, but a compass to guide your actions and choices as the hours unfold. Marcus Aurelius himself wrote his meditations as a form of journaling. They were never meant to be published. They were simply his way of applying Stoic thought to his life, holding himself accountable and gaining clarity. Your journal can serve the same purpose, a private mentor reminding you of who you aspire to be. The third practice is to set intentions, not goals. In modern life, we are taught to chase goals, to accumulate achievements, reach milestones, and measure progress by outcomes. Goals can be useful, but they often depend on external circumstances beyond our control. We may set a goal, work tirelessly, and yet be thwarted by chance or events outside our influence. Stoicism teaches us that peace comes from focusing on what is within our power, not on what is left to fate. This is where intentions become essential. Intentions are about how we choose to live today, in this moment, regardless of what happens around us. After journaling, take a moment to reflect. What kind of person do I want to be today? Perhaps you want to be patient, moving through the day without rushing or irritation. Or compassionate, remembering that every person you encounter carries their own invisible struggles. Or perhaps courageous, willing to face difficulties directly instead of retreating. You can express these intentions as simple commitments. I will choose my words carefully and kindly today. I will remain open to perspectives different from my own. I will find calm even when chaos surrounds me. Unlike goals, these are not boxes to check. They are qualities to embody. Seneca reminded us, it is not what you endure, but how you endure it. By setting intentions, you ensure that no matter what happens externally, you live in alignment with your values. Success is no longer measured by results, but by the integrity of your actions. The fourth practice is embracing discomfort. Our modern culture often convinces us that comfort equals happiness. We design our lives to avoid hardship, to minimize effort, and to seek constant ease. Yet the Stoics knew that this pursuit of comfort can weaken us. True resilience is forged not in luxury, but in challenge. That is why the Stoics often practiced voluntary discomfort. They ate the simplest food, wore plain clothing, and exposed themselves to physical challenges, not to suffer needlessly, but to remind themselves of their strength and independence from external comforts. You can bring this into your mornings in small but meaningful ways. Take a cold shower. It may shock your system at first, but it wakes you with clarity and reminds you that you can face discomfort directly. Or skip that first cup of coffee, teaching yourself that your energy and focus come from within, not from external crutches. Walk or cycle instead of driving, embracing the effort as proof of your vitality. Or simply spend a few minutes reflecting on a past difficulty, recalling how you overcame it, and reminding yourself that you are stronger than you often realize. These voluntary hardships are like training for the spirit. Just as athletes train their bodies to be ready for competition, we can train our minds and characters to be ready for life's unpredictable challenges. When true hardship arrives, we are not caught unprepared because we have rehearsed resilience. At the same time, embracing discomfort deepens our gratitude for the comforts we do have. We come to realize that they are not necessary for happiness. By letting go of our dependence on comfort, we discover a deeper freedom and inner strength. The fifth practice is mindfulness and meditation. Both Stoicism and mindfulness teach us that our well-being depends less on events themselves, and more on how we perceive and respond to them. Each morning, take time to center yourself in the present moment. You do not need a complex ritual. Simply sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Feel each inhale and exhale as it moves through your body. Let your thoughts come and go without clinging to them, as if they were leaves floating down a stream or clouds drifting across the sky. In this state, you become the observer, not the participant. You learn to separate external events from your judgments about them, a central practice in Stoic philosophy. Toward the end of your meditation, reflect on a Stoic principle such as amor fati, the love of fate. To love fate is not only to accept what happens, but to embrace it wholeheartedly. Every joy, every sorrow, every triumph, and every setback is part of the gift of life. This does not mean we passively resign ourselves to events, but that we meet them with gratitude and courage, knowing that each moment, pleasant or painful, shapes us. Beginning your day with a more fatty is a radical act of acceptance and gratitude. It transforms the ordinary into the meaningful and the difficult into opportunities for growth. It teaches us to love life, not as we wish it to be, but as it is. And in this love, we find strength, peace, and freedom. I hope this journey through Stoic morning practices has brought you inspiration. Remember that each sunrise is a new opportunity to live with gratitude, resilience, and wisdom. The 5 practices, meditation on impermanence, journaling, setting intentions, embracing discomfort, and mindfulness, are not just morning routines. They are invitations to live each day as the Stoics did, with purpose, with courage, and with love for the life you have been given. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to exploring more Stoic wisdom with you in the next video.